Hey, good morning, everybody. 1, 2, 3, testing. 1, 2, 3. Sorry about that. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Rise to Everything. My name is Arthur. I am the host of Rise to Everything. Sorry I started a little bit late. We had some technical difficulties on our podcast, but we're going to get going now. I think I'm like 50 minutes late or something to that effect. But we're going to jump right in. And that's the most important thing. You know what I mean? Is to jump in and things will happen. But, the whole thing about it is to continue doing what you need to do and what your purpose is. Again, my name is Arthur. I am the host of Rise to Everything. Welcome to Rise to Everything as well. Good morning. Blessed Sunday to everybody. I went to church today. Today was a good church day. No complaints. Very happy to be able to look forward to another day. And I want to thank God for that, for another beautiful day with sunshine and going to church with my family and loved ones. So I want to say thank you to God for that. And I want to start with a song. Then we will drop into the basic topic, okay?
Today, hope is rising as we kneel and pray. Hearts are open, Lord, we call on you. Every struggle fades as your love breaks through. When the battle comes, we stand unshaken, holding on to faith that won't be shaken. In the name of Jesus, victories unfold. In the name of Jesus, courage makes us bold.
Yes.
Every fear must tremble.
With the strength.
Every doubt must go.
No doubts.
In the name of Jesus. Miracles will flow.
That is so true. In the name of Jesus, miracles will flow based on how you feel in your faith on a day-to-day basis. And you have to trust the process. You have to trust what you believe in on a day-to-day basis. Now, let me tell you something. One of the things that pretty much came out on our church today, and we talked about, and I wanted to go ahead and pass this message to you guys on our R2E here today and Rise to Everything, is my segment today is New Year, New Purpose, right? So every year we always have expectations about losing weight or, better health or making more money or some other stuff that we wish to see happen, right? And those are the things that we look at, right? So we look for new opportunities. And we also looked at to live with a purpose, right? And then when it comes to living to a purpose, or an understanding that you're living for a purpose, is understanding that every time that you got yourself out of one situation, there is a such thing, like the pastor says, is that a lot of people, what they do is they ask for God to repair them. They repair them as their pieces that are broken from their lives and things that they've gone through in their life. So they ask for please to be able to change and put all these pieces together to be able to do something positive and all that. Well, here's the new thing about putting pieces together. God is not in the business to repair any pieces by pieces. God is in a business for you to change your heart, start over, and start with a new book, new life, new image. And there's nothing better than starting a brand new life with a new purpose, because the simple fact is, let's use an example of a car. If you continue to fix certain things here and there, then something else will come up, and then you fix this part, the tires, and then the other tire will go bad, or something else will happen, and continue and continue. So the best thing is that people always says, well, I'll get a new car, right? And they get a new car and they continue to not have any more problems after that. Well, that's how life is in general. When you start a new page in your life, you put all the passes and all the issues that you have to put in the past, and you go ahead and you start a brand new life. Okay? Start scratch. And you ask Jesus to guide you in the right directions when it comes to starting a new life, right? Every time anything that you do today or anything that you get into when it comes to your work, motivation, or things that you want to be successful, if you don't have Jesus in your life, you're not going to be able to accomplish as much as you want to accomplish. But if you leave everything in his hands, let him be your fighter, let him be your defender, he will be the one to be able to help you to fulfill the dreams and the things that you want in your life. Now, let me tell you something. Saturday, I went out and I go out and, we had some type of a show at the home show with the business and all the other guys and all that. And I prayed before I went there. And I said, I'm hoping we're able to get a lot of leads and getting some business together. And I actually did pretty well. I think I did. I did a couple of them. And I thought that went extremely well. And it's because my mind was determined to do what I needed to do. So we were to do that on a day-to-day basis, believe in the process, believe in that you are a new person. The person that I was last year compared to the person I am this year is completely different. I'm starting new. I'm on a new journey. I'm in a new spirit, and I continue to have the faith and make my faith stronger when it comes to Jesus looking over me. See, the power of prayer is tremendous. The power of appreciating what you have in your life is tremendous. One thing is that people get up in the morning, thank you God for another day. That is a beautiful thing. But do you really mean it? Are you really thankful that you woke up this morning and you're thankful for all the things that happen? You see, when you wake up and you get up and then you go to church, or when you go to do any other things during the day, things that happen around you have no control of. The only control you have is yourself. You're the only person that could control that. That's why today's topic is New Year, New Purpose. Your new purpose starts with you. You have to establish that new purpose. You have to establish that new belief. You also have to always understand that Jesus has your back. Your job is to have his back as well, and to continue with the faith and be able to continue to preach his word. You go to church. Some people might not reach the words that needed to be said, but it's your job to get it out there and to spread the word about new opportunities in your life, right? And your purpose of living is what the pastor was saying. New opportunities in your life and your purpose of living. You have to be able to single that out to see what is your purpose. Why are you here this year? What are you trying to accomplish? Well, my accomplishments this year is that I want to spread the word of Jesus and God as much as possible. And I also want to spread as much advice to people, young generation and old generation, that you have to continue to pray and believe on the things that you believe in, because you can't do this on your own. There's times that you put a lot of weight on yourself, but you need to let Jesus take the wheel. I know you've heard this 10 million times from other people. Let Jesus take the wheel. But if you don't let him take it, if you don't talk to him, if you don't tell him what your issues are, what your problems are, you're on your own. It starts with your faith. It starts with your belief. It starts with your love that you have. You see, my life last year compared to this year is completely different. Now I have more responsibilities. I have all the things in my plate. And my life has changed, and it's differently. And things are different. And things will be more challenging for me moving forward. But what I do is I try to look at the positive things that are coming to life. And that is spending time with your family, supporting your family, and your family supporting you and helping each other out. So that's a different approach from last year when it was just us two. But now the things change, and you have to look at life in a completely different path. This is the path that Jesus presented. God presented this path, and this is what we're going to go with. And what do we do with a situation like this? You embrace it. You ask the blessing of God to be able to help as much as you can when it comes to your family, your loved ones, and your friends, and to be able to spread the word for people to understand that Some people say, oh, I pray all the time and nothing happens. And I talked about this before in previous shows that, people want things to happen when they want it. And this doesn't work that way. When it comes to the purpose of God's timing, his timing is perfect. And his timing has to do with when he's ready to do it. You have to continue to keep the faith. You have to continue to be patient. And that is part of the test. You are going to be put in a new identity. That was another thing that Pastor Gonzalo said today in church, that you'll have a new identity. You have a new involvement in life and things that you'll be doing different. And you'll have new motivations that will come in your life, new things that will motivate you to do other things besides making money and being successful. But you want to be motivated to spiritually, to show that you've changed as a person, that you're willing to do the things that others are not doing. You see, one of the things that is so important in this life is that we don't take the time to think. We don't take the time to sit for a minute and analyze what's the next step. You don't have to drain yourself mentally worried about everything else. A lot of times we worry about things that we don't have control of. So why even bother to talk about that? Wake up in the morning, go to work, smile, laugh, make jokes, and then go home and laugh with your loved ones, eat. And it sounds boring, but some people enjoy that because it's so healthy, because there's no good or bad here. You're not worrying about these things. You're not worrying about that things. As long as the bills are getting paid and you have a roof over your head and you're able to breathe this morning, the aches and pains will go away based on, maybe you go to a chiropractor or you go to a doctor to ease on your pains that you have. But your mind is so powerful sometimes that you don't even feel anything when it comes to these things, because your faith is so strong that sometimes you feel like you're 100%. Maybe you have some issues here and there, but your mind will make you feel like you're in a different place. I went from a person that didn't go to church for years, from now I've been going to church for the last month or 2 months and a half, consistency, and I not feel forced to do it. I look forward to go to church. I feel good to go to church, and I love my church. And my church is called Mi Iglesia, which is in Stewart. And Mi Iglesia is an incredible, special, humble, small church that I am so attached to. And let me tell you something. I love going every Sunday. I look forward to listen to Pastor Gonzalo and his wife and his children up there playing music as a family. And I enjoy the people that go there, the humbleness, the reality of it, that it's all about grace. It's all about love. It's all about family. It's all about Jesus, God. It's about the spirit, the faith, and the belief that we have to continue to move forward when it comes to our faith. You got to believe that this year is a new beginning. Pastor Gonzalo made that message very clear, that it's a new beginning in your life. And that you have to ask for it. You know what I mean? You have to be able to believe in your new belief. And you also have to believe in the form of life you want to live. You have to design that. And then you ask Jesus, this is the route that I want to go. This is where I feel happy all the time. And this is what I want to do. This is my purpose. This is my new purpose for the year. So you got to set up goals, folks. New purposes just don't pop out of nowhere. You have to set the tone, and you have to be able to believe in the new purposes that you have and continue to have faith in them. You have to let go of the past. And also focus that Jesus has called you to do certain things. When you find yourself that you want to do something for others or help others or things that look difficult, but you've been called to take care of it, then that's your calling. When you make that advance to help somebody, don't do it with an intention to receive something back. Do it because of the kindness of your heart. That's what you have to do. It starts with your heart. You have to change your heart set, how you feel about everything in your life, but your heart is what determines which direction you're going to go in your life. And it determines how successful you will be from a spiritual standpoint. And will be successful when it comes to living a healthy and spiritual life, humble life. You see, God's going to give us a lot of opportunities. And we need to reflect on his glory, on the opportunities that he gives us. Again, reflect on the opportunities that he gives us. His glory, Jesus Christ. See, God only gives us one new life. We only have one new life. And he gives us one purpose, new purpose for us to do what we need to do, as long as it's positive, as long as it's something wonderful that you do in your life. That purpose has meaning. You have a new start in your life to change things that you didn't do last year, to change things for the better. And that starts by changing your heart. By changing your heart, you'll be able to do the things that you need to do and be a better person. You see, it starts with you. Everything starts with you and on your belief in your heart and how you feel. You know? And to tell you the truth, one thing that I could tell you is that every day that I wake up, I look for new challenges. I really do. And I'm going to tell you something. It doesn't get old to get up and say something to yourself and go, wow, you know what? What can I do today to be positive? What can I do to motivate myself to be a better person? You know what I mean? And it all starts with that. You know what I mean? I want to give out a special shout out to my granddaughter, Michelle. Happy birthday, Michelle. Michelle, happy birthday, number 14. Happy birthday to you. We love you, Michelle. Enjoy your day today. And like I said, stay, as sweet and as nice as you are, Michelle. We all love you. God bless you. Happy birthday, Michelle. And so I got my birthday shout out to my granddaughter. And now that we've got with the topic, I'm going to go ahead and jump into my typical day-to-day things. We're going to start talking about politics. Not sports and politics, you name it. But I'm going to start with the Miami Heat. They won last night. They beat OKC by 2 points, 122-120. Awesome game. Larson was unbelievable, the second-year player for the Miami Heat. He killed it last night. Everybody was playing. Hero wasn't playing, but Jaime Jaquez wasn't playing. But the Heat showed up at home and beat the defending champions, OKC. I'm so proud of you guys, man. You guys fought. You stayed the course, and you made it happen. So we're going to jump into the Dolphins. The Dolphins are now at this point already got their general manager. And now they're trying to get a head coach, which it might seem like it might be somebody from the Packers. But that decision hasn't been made yet, so the Dolphins still don't have a head coach. So Monday's game tomorrow, 7:30. The Miami Hurricanes will face the Indiana Hoosiers for the national championship. Okay, and here we go. Let's go. The U tonight. We're wishing you guys. We're praying for you guys to win this national championship. We're wishing the best for tomorrow. We're all nervous, but we believe in you guys, and I think you guys will emerge. You guys will emerge, and things will all come together, okay? So go Canes, go Canes. So jumping into politics. Well, we still continue with the nonsense going out there with the discrimination, people getting shot in the street, 2 other people getting shot with ISIS, and all this thing that we continue to pull people from the street and illegally or non-illegally. And let's just pray. Just pray for things to get better, for things to fall into a certain place, because right now, the way things are, this is not the way Jesus wanted us to live our life. This is not the way that life was supposed to be designed this way. This is not exactly what's supposed to happen. So we're living in a very tough situation, a very tough situation. And it's not good. So let's pray and hope, all of us together with the power of prayer, that things could get better in this country and we can reunite, and people in Venezuela and everybody else in here at home, that things could go back into a point that America is what it is. But right now, things are not looking too great. And then we're going to jump into faith. We talked about that in the beginning, but I want you guys to understand the importance of your faith, to stay consistent with it. Not only to talk to Jesus when you want something, or to pray to Jesus when you want to win the lotto, or you want to win the tickets, or you need money. It's to pray every day and be thankful for the fact is that you woke up this morning. That's bigger than lotto, because you were able to get another chance in your life. You got another chance to be with your loved ones, and you got a chance to be able to get up and do things productive in your life. But your faith has to change. See, I'm not the same person last year. You call me a newborn or whatever you want to call it. But that decision has to come from your heart. We talked about that earlier. Your heart changes everything. How you feel, your mindset changes everything. How you think, and your love changes everything. How you care and love from the heart. So those are things that are extremely important. And I want nobody to be able to forget when it comes to the faith, to understand that how important it is. So let's get into some sponsorships. If you guys starting the new year, Leak Busters Roofing, local roofing company from Fort Pierce. They just got nominated an award for Hall of Fame, best roofing company in Fort Pierce in this area. And why? Because of the family-oriented company that believes in their team, believes in the neighborhood. And like I said, just even going to the show last night and going out there to see the home show and seeing all these customers that were extremely happy with Leak Busters Roofing based on their experience was definitely a great add-on. So folks, if you need some roofing issues anywhere in Florida, Leak Busters Roofing is the company. You got reach out to 561-324-1496. 561-324-1496. Leak Busters Roofing, one of our sponsors. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into our 2 words of the day. And this is the way I'm going to sum it up. We talked about purpose. Each and one of us has a purpose. Your job is to identify that purpose and execute on that purpose. Because thinking about it and not executing that purpose will have no meaning to it, and the results will be zero. So whatever your purpose is, either to do better financially, or to help somebody else financially, or to be closer to God, or your purpose is to increase your faith, or increase the word, or spread the word of Jesus, then that's your purpose. And so whatever it is, all I can tell you right now is that you have to believe in it, okay, and stay with it. So like I said today, thank you for your time. I started a little bit late, and I apologize for that. I really do. But as always, rise to everything you do. Elevate your game. Love you guys. And remember, do not wake up without a purpose. Peace. God bless.